Brilliance Audio presents The Widow of Rose House by Diana Biller, performed by Samantha Desz. Chapter 1. New York City, February 1st, 1875. Alva Penrose Rensselaer Webster had been inside Delmonico's for 9 seconds before Mrs. Henry Biddington asked the maitre d'hotel to throw her out. Alva knew because she'd counted them out. 1. No one had noticed her yet. 2. Casual glances to see who had just come in sharpened. 3. People began to nudge their neighbors. 4. The whispers started. 5. They turned angry. 6. Mrs. Biddington, gray-haired battle-axe and leader of society, flagged her waiter down. 8. The maitre d'hotel crossed to her table. 9. Mrs. Biddington made an outraged gesture towards Alva and began to complain in a voice piercing enough to be heard clear across the room. The restaurant waitstaff looked at Alva with increasing distress, but she just lifted her chin a little higher and followed the waiter to her table. She trusted her family name, or one of them, at least, still counted enough that she wasn't going to get tossed out of Delmonico's just yet. Even black sheep get to retain some of their perks. The white-mustached man waiting at the table looked distinctly uncomfortable, but he stood politely when she arrived. His fine wool suit mimicked the attire of the men around him, but no one in the restaurant would need to look at the slightly ill-fitting cut or the too ostentatious buttons to know he was not one of them. They would know because New York's upper crust kept track of their own. "Mr. Smithson?" Alva held out her hand. After an almost imperceptible hesitation, he took it. "Mrs. Webster," he said. "It's so nice to meet you in person." He waited until she was seated before he sat down again, clearing his throat and adjusting the crystal water glass in front of him. Echoes of his discomfort registered in the tightness of her chest and stomach, but she forced herself to ignore the feeling that hundreds of daggers were sailing towards her back. She could have told him this was how it would be, but he had insisted they meet at a restaurant instead of at his offices, and she wanted to meet him badly enough to agree. The waiter appeared again, hovering at Smithson's right elbow, and her companion recovered himself enough to discuss the evening's menu. Alva occupied herself by scanning the room, noticing the restaurant had been redecorated sometime in the last 12 years. Green broke.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?